I wasn't supposed to be there. Not in that room. Not on that world. Not anywhere near something called the Crown of Eloria. I was just a scavenger, a prisoner, brought from the ruins of Earth after my arrest in the Outer Rings. They said I'd stolen a Valorian archive crystal. I hadn't, at least not on purpose. But in the Empire of the Horned Queens, intent didn't matter. Only legacy did, and I had none. So they dragged me in chains through their shining halls, up the steps of their sacred throne world, and into the Chamber of Judgment. 1,000 nobles stood in silence. Their eyes were aglow with suspicion, hate, curiosity. But she was different. Queen Araya, the last descendant of a line that had ruled for 30 centuries. Taller than any woman I'd ever seen. Curves that defied gravity and armor sculpted to honor every inch of her divine shape. Her skin shimmered like liquid violet metal under the hall's blue lighting, and 2 elegant ivory horns swept from her crown down past her head like celestial crescents. Her eyes locked on me, glowing amethyst, ancient and full of questions. "You are the one who touched the archive," she said. Not a question, a test. I didn't answer. I couldn't, because just behind her throne, something started humming. The room felt it too. Heads turned. Robes rustled. A circular pedestal rose from the stone, revealing it, the crown, gold and crystal, floating above its dais, untouched for over 300 years. The last time it chose a ruler was her father, and now impossibly it was glowing. Not for her, not for anyone else in that room. For me, the light arced, a beam of soft, golden energy stretching toward my chest like a sunbeam cutting through a storm. The guards recoiled. Several nobles gasped. Queen Araya didn't move, but her lips parted just slightly. Shock or pain. "No!" she whispered, barely audible. The crown pulsed again. Harder, brighter. I wasn't dreaming. It was choosing me. They sealed the throne chamber for 10 days. I wasn't executed, not immediately. Instead, they locked me in a high tower observation chamber, guarded day and night. I could see the stars from the open spires, could hear the priests chanting below. I barely slept, not because of fear, but because of her. Every night she came. Araya in silence, no guards, no crown, just her. Each time she asked the same question, "What are you?" And each time I gave her the same answer, "I don't know." But something changed in her. The first night she spoke like a queen. Cold, precise. The second night, she stared. The third, she sat beside me on the crystal floor, watching the twin moons rise. By the fifth, we were talking, not just about the crown, but about Earth, about her ancestors, about loneliness. She confessed something that night, voice low and slow. "Do you know what it feels like to be trained for a destiny that never accepts you? To give it everything. Your breath, your youth, your blood, and it still looks past you." She turned to me, her eyes shining like twin nebulae. "And then it chooses you. A human, a prisoner." She should have hated me, but she didn't. That was the part that terrified me most. On the 7th night, the priesthood demanded I touch the crown. They thought it would kill me, burn me, reject me, and finally silence the blasphemy. They were wrong. The moment my skin grazed its energy, it surged like it had found home. Images flooded my mind, not memories, but bloodlines. A vision of a Valorian ancestor who once left the Empire during a civil rift and fell in love with a human. They had a child. The child was lost in time, forgotten, until me, Araya, watched it happen. The glow,